Well, I wish I could say it's good morning. Here it is, the 7th Monday of June 2021. It is about 13 after 10 in the morning. And right now, everything else that depends upon one particular vote has already been tanked already because if one asshole doesn't like the bill, so he's going to make sure that everybody else thinks everybody is going to follow suit because now he's got everyone's attention. Right? Damn senator. Why am I not surprised? It would say politics as usual, but trying to get a sweeping election vote voting right going through. Trying to get some changes going. Hopefully something meaningful. We get our asses kicked one way or another. Isn't that wonderful? Meanwhile, we have moderators, we have people online, haven't asked it, haven't said it, but they should have been doing it a long time ago. They should be asking the same question: are we in a war with ourselves? Nobody wants to ask it. Nobody wants to face it. Nobody even wants to say it. And the problem is, yes, we have been for some time. The problem is when you're dealing with a democratic society at this point over here, is you're going to have two different factions or a few other factions that have multiple opinions about what and how and every other way of trying to run the country or ruin the country. And then when you say that this country is neither fit for anybody except for the only wealthy and elite or minded like, you know, how much of that crap we have to keep dealing with. The problem is when we deal with people's opinions a great deal, they're trying to change and manipulate our vote. And yes, this is their job. This is their job because we have elected officials in office to let us know what they would think, and they think the way we're supposed to be thinking. And the problem is we are thinking totally screwed up right now because we think we're in a mess, and the problem is we still are in a mess. We want the country unified. Well, in what way, shape, or form? If we're unified under one thought, one rule, one mindset, then it's no longer democratic, is it? We have to remember that the situation we've got right now is we are a divided country. We always have been a divided country because we had strong opinions about how things should have been and should be still. We had a country that's supposed to be allowing this. And the thing is, when we allow one side to gain a foothold more so, it seems like there is a consistent war going on, isn't there? Especially when you have liberal ideas coming in and they are scaring the hell out of the conservatives because conservatives want things as they are. They don't like change. They never have. They don't like big business. They like big businesses, but only if they get the profit. They don't like big government. They like a smaller government, but they still want something functional. They're not willing to pay for it. Gen Z. They don't like taxes being taken out of people's pockets. Because God forbid they should be taking money out of my pocket that I earned. But then again, I want services out of you. I don't want pennies to the dollar. I want the cheapest thing, but I want the most quality out of cheap. Doesn't work that way. But they also kept thinking that the bigger the government, the more bloated it is, the more money they want because now the government's more in control and it's more scary. The problem is, ideas like that may be or may not be valid. But when I see coming out of Washington a senator holding up that much power, one senator, not even a leader, making sure that the course of democracy is going to get screwed over forever unless he gets what he wants. And the problem is, it is part of the democratic system, regardless of however we think about it. Because the people of that particular state voted the guy in and continue to do so. They haven't recalled him, neither has the governor. So until that happens, we're going to have to deal with the guy and schmooze the guy or something else. I don't know, and I'm not saying, I'm not alluding to anything at this point over here, but it's what we had to face. Other things we have to face is about the gun laws situation. Now, those things I try not to touch left and right. I'm usually freedom of speech. I'm usually First Amendment rights. Anybody who's got a problem with the First Amendment rights, I'm usually in front of people's faces at this point over here. Controlling everyone else's thoughts and feelings is not right. And I agree that sometimes government interference is a pain in the ass. So the thing is, under the protection of under the First Amendment rights, we are protected under it against government intrusion. But it doesn't mean it protects us from consequences, or let alone the consequences for everybody else that we're interfering with their freedom of speech, or they're interfering with our freedom of speech. So we have civil courts for this, and district courts to challenge everybody concerning about our Bill of Rights, our Constitution, left and right. Well, when it comes down for the Second Amendment, I know I'm a bit disgusting, but this is one of the Pandora boxes I don't want to touch, and yet I am forced to touch it in the first place. I am forced to touch this box because this is a most dangerous box. It is a dangerous box because it deals with our own rights being violated and our own lives being violated by the power of a gun. And then the power of a lobby who wants the power of the gun, who claims protection under the Constitution because this will protect us like crazy. A district judge this weekend in California decided that the 30-year ban on assault weapons in the state of California was unconstitutional. Now, this guy had been appointed by President George W. Bush. No, I'll take that back. I think it was President Herbert Walker Bush. No, no, it was W. And he made it clear that the AR-15 is a Swiss Army knife. He made strong allusions to it in his court briefings. I got them downloaded. They are available online. And it's the scariest damn thing. A weapon is a Swiss Army knife now. These things are going to be popping up all over the damn social media like crazy, like it's even worse than a damn mold infestation. Or worse, COVID. Are we now going to say that the AR-15 is going to be comparable to the COVID invasion at this point? Or actually the cure for it? We're just going to shoot people now? Or we're going to make illusions that the AR-15 is going to be the ultimate peacemaker when it comes down for a family squabble? Let alone shooting up kids in schools, let alone shooting up people and everywhere else, or even on the streets. The AR-15 is the perfect Swiss Army knife to open up cans of food. The Swiss Army knife is obsolete. We now have the AR-15 to thank for that. If you want a wood cleared, actually if you want a few branches collected, shit, just get an AR-15. If you want damage done to people, see, a knife just won't do it. You need a proper tool for that, don't you? Because a federal judge just made sure that an AR-15 is comparable and equivalent to a Swiss Army knife. Give me 1 second. Okay. Knockoffs and trade-offs and God knows what else. Sometimes they're modified a little bit, but these damn things are handier than shit, aren't they? Let's see. I I'm looking at a Swiss Army knife that actually has some compartments in it that seem to be... Oh, wow, look at that. Ah, damn, this thing is hard to... There goes my fingernail. There goes my fingernail. Now, how the hell am I supposed to get this damn thing? Rusty. I haven't cleaned and oiled this damn thing God knows how long. And if I don't keep these things clean and oiled, I'm going to be losing these damn things. So I'm trying to get something up, and I can't get it up. So what do? Call in another Swiss Army knife. And again, I may be pulling off more than what I could chew here. Okay. Okay, somebody tell me right here and right now, just what form of function does a AR15 form when it comes around for these things? I mean, elegant, even for a small knife such as itself. Even comes with tweezers. Look at this, tweezers. I'll put it right in the pocket. How about something for your teeth? Yeah, I did say your teeth, didn't I? Shaking your head in confusion at this point over here, wondering if I lost my mind. Hey, this is a Swiss Army knife. I haven't used this damn thing in a hell of a long while. Look at that. It's a toothpick. That's a plastic toothpick. Wow, isn't that nice? I haven't had this damn thing used in about 10 years. Shows it too. I get rust all over the damn thing. I had a bigger one for about 40 years. Lost that damn... Actually, got stolen. The damn thing lasted me for a hell of a long while. I missed this thing. Got it for a gift. So was this. So was this. And I got to find a way to get me a knife guy to get this thing cleaned off. Get this cleaned off. Away from the rust. Way for the rust. See if we got a logo on it too. Okay, wait a second, there's no gun port. There's no gun port. There's no sights. There's no cartridge. There's no rounds. There's a problem. This is an AR-15. Ha! It's not an AR-15. Now that federal judge told me this thing is like an AR-15. That's not an AR-15. Maybe I can find it in this. Oh, there's one blade. What else? What else? Looky here. Looky here. I got more fun things to pull out. Yay! Wow, look at this stuff. I don't know what the hell this shit does. But I got things on here. Isn't that nice? Oh, a corkscrew. Ain't that fun? Yes. A light. That doesn't work. Like, it works. It's alive. Well, so much for being alive. Another thingy. Another thingy. Another tingy tongy. Isn't this fun? I get to dig stuff. Oh, look at that. Here's another thing. What else is new? Ah, look at these things. Aren't they wonderful? Ah, the coveted item. The most coveted item. Ah. Okay. I'm confused. I'm confused. Somebody help me. Where's my gun? There's no gun. There's no gun in this damn thing. How the hell can I call this a Swiss Army knife or an equivalent to it if there's no gun to it? Where's my AR-15? Where's my AR-15 right now? Where's my AR-15 now? Now! I want to shoot! There's nothing to shoot. There's no gun sights. There's no cartridge. It's just blades and gizmos. What's wrong with this item? What's wrong with this item? I'm pissed. It's not my AR-15. They say this one judge equivalents it an AR-15 to a Swiss Army knife. I looked up a Swiss Army knife. There's no gun! There's no gun! Now, if you folks have been watching my damn videos at this point over here, you realize that I am not a gun nut. But I'm surely acting like one, aren't I? And I'm acting like a very facetious child, wanting his gun. And the truth of the matter is, I don't have a thing for guns. Much. Oh, toys are one thing. But then again, toys are maybe one thing. But an actual AR-15 that rips into a person's life and changes things forever by shoving a particle of metal through a body at hypervelocity speeds to do permanent damage. Permanent. Not just the mere thought of the damn weapon. The actuality of pulling a trigger and having the metal going through the body and causing bodily damage, possibly killing. But this is the equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. Must I demonstrate of putting a Swiss Army knife to use on my skin? Would I now equivalent this to an AR-15 to do damage to my body? Shit, I got enough blades on this damn thing and all these things to do so. Just pulling these things out is enough. It scares the hell out of me. But I use these things as a tool because they are tools. Now, I wish I knew more about the history of the Swiss Army knife. They use these things as tools for survival these days. They got these things bigger and bulkier. I got a replacement which was slimmed down, but still it works. And they got me too because I could still use stuff that's not on here. It looks interesting because it's a camouflage, but to me, I'm looking at it as a tool that still needs work on. It's still dusty and dirty and needs a knife guy to work on these same things. But you understand the concept of what I'm trying to say at this point. I know it could have been made into a quicker response because of people's lack of paying attention to anything else these days. Well, screw them. Screw them. They don't want to have that kind of attention span. They chose it, not me. They don't want to listen. Then I hope that they'll listen one way or another. Life will find a way. These things are useful tools. The thing is, they even scare me opened up like this. Because now I'm in a situation where I don't like it. I don't like them opened up like this, and I have to close them up. Simply put, I need them closed up. You may call me a wimp. You may call me a damn, that's sharp. And call me a fool. Ah, Jesus, almost got me on that one too. There's that one. One has to handle these things very damn carefully. Screwdrivers, awls, scissors, blades. Properly used, these things will be the ones to try to save your ass one way or another. If we use them as such. So somebody want to tell me how the hell does a gun with the sole purpose of shoving a lead piece of metal, shoving a piece of metal anyway, into a person's body, an equivalent to a Swiss Army knife? Can somebody actually tell me that in the comments, please? And while you're at it, I hate to be the hawker, hawking my channel left and right, but it seems like sometimes I am forced by market choices and by companies. If I'm going to remain out here, I gotta hawk my ware. My own opinions, my own observations. You don't like them? Fine. Put the dislikes. Put an army of dislikes. If you think I'm actually making sense for once in someone's life, and I'm actually making sense enough where I'm scaring the crap out of them, or actually making some intelligent noise that their brains are actually absorbing something, then hit the likes. And if you really think I'm actually communicating something to people, then hit the subscribe and then tell people that you've been subscribed to a raving lunatic. And shove that and share that and shove that in people's faces and say, watch this lunatic! I may be a fool and I may be an idiot, and I usually call myself a great deal like that one, but I'll tell you something. These days, I don't know who's the more fool, and I don't know who's the more idiot. Because right now, we're still deciding that, aren't we? Till next time.